In this video, we will find out the average power dissipation in LCR circuit or average power consumed by LCR circuit. So for this, I consider this is your L, this is your C, this is your R, and they are connected in a series combination, and further it is connected to the AC power supply, which is given by E is equal to E naught sine of omega t. I be the current which is flowing through this electrical circuit. Now let the phase difference between the current and the effective value of the voltage is phi. Then the current equation is given by I is equal to I naught sine of omega t plus phi. As we have already discussed, there is some phase difference, so it is plus phi. Now to calculate the average power, we use this formula, that is average power is equal to, now to calculate the energy, first, because it is a changing current or changing EMF, so we cannot use direct formula, that is IV into T. That is total energy consumed for full cycle, that is 0 to T, this full cycle, and divided by the time. So time for full cycle is time period, that is capital T. So we know that the total energy is given by the formula, that is equal to IV into T, that is IV is a power and multiply with time, it becomes energy. So here we cannot use this formula directly, because here current and voltage is not constant, it is variable. So we will calculate the energy for small interval of time, then we integrate it. Now so first we will calculate the energy consumed by for small time dt. Now we know that energy, small energy consumed is equal to current, voltage and time. So here current is how much? Is given by this equation, that is equal to I naught sine of omega t plus phi. And what is the voltage? It is given by this equation, so that is E naught sine of omega t and dt. So this is our small amount of energy consumed for small time dt. Now solving little bit, what we get here, I naught E naught, I write it together, I naught E naught, and this is your sine of omega t. So I write it first sine of omega t, and it is what? Sine of omega t plus phi into dt. So I will use sine A plus B formula. The sine A plus B. So we know that sine A plus B is what? Sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. So we put the value and solve it. It is I naught E naught sine of omega t, and that is sine of A, that is omega t, cos of B, that is phi, plus sine of phi B and cos of A, that is omega t into dt. Now opening this bracket, so what we get? So solving it, it is I naught E naught, this is sine of omega t and this is also sine of omega t. So we get sine square omega t into cos of phi, plus multiply this with this factor also, and what we get? I naught E naught sine of omega t, and this is your cos of omega t, and this is your sine of phi, and one more factor is there, dt. So here also we multiply with dt, and this also we get dt. So we get this much expression. So it is just a little bit lengthy, but still we solve more So here we use this sine square theta, and here sine theta and cos of theta. So we know that sine square theta is how much? It is 1 minus cos of 2 theta divided by 2. And what is sine theta into cos theta? It is nothing but it is sine 2 theta divided by 2. Now put this formulas for this sine square theta and this sine theta cos theta. So what we get? So we get dE is equal to I naught E naught. So here I write here cos phi first, cos phi, and we put the value 1 minus cos of 2 theta, where theta is omega t, divided by 2 and into dt. Similarly, for next one also I naught E naught. So it is what? Sine 2 theta. So sine 2 theta is omega t divided by 2 into sine of phi into dt. So opening this one bracket. So finally what we get? It is I naught E naught cos of phi and divided by 2 and this dt. And this minus sign, it is I naught E naught cos of phi divided by this 2 and this term cos of 2 omega t into dt. And this also plus I naught E naught, and I will write sine phi here divided by 2, and we are left with only sine of 2 omega t and dt. So this is your the small amount of heat produced and solving little bit. We can remember, just open this one by using sine AV formula. Here we use these two formulas and put this one and open this bracket, and we get this much. So now I want to calculate what is the total energy consumed. Okay? So we integrate this above equation. So what we get? The total energy will be equal to integral from 0 to capital T. So we get it is I naught E naught cos of phi divided by 2 into dt. Integration of this much minus I naught E naught cos of phi divided by 2 into cos of 2 omega t into dt, that is 0 to t, plus integral of 0 to t I naught E naught sine of phi divided by 2 into sine of 2 omega t into dt. So we get this much. Now further solving it, because there is a plus and minus sign, so we can integrate them separately. So what we get? I naught E naught common, divide by 2, and cos of phi is also constant, because the phase difference is fixed between the effective value of the voltage and current for a particular LCR circuit. So we can take it outside the integral sign, so we are left with 0 to t into dt. Also we take the constant outside, that is I naught E naught divided by 2. Similarly cos phi is also constant, we take it outside, so we are left with 0 to t cos of 2 omega t into dt, plus here also E naught I naught divided by 2 into sine of phi. So we are left with 0 to t, that is sine of 2 omega t into dt. So this is your integral sign. So now for a complete cycle, the integral of cos 2 omega t, that is 0 to t cos of 2 omega t dt, and the integral of sine of 2 omega t dt for a complete cycle sin 2 omega t and cos 2 omega t, the integral is equal to 0. So we are left with only this term is also equal to 0 and this term is also equal to 0. So we are left with only the first term. So that is equal to I naught E naught divided by 2 into cos of phi, and total integral means total time from 0 to t, that is capital T. So this is your total power consumed for a full cycle. This is your total power consumed by LCR circuit. So now that we know that the average power is equal to the total consumed, that is E divided by time, that is capital T. Now put the value. So what we get? I naught E naught into cos of phi into t divided by 2 divided by this time period. So that is capital T, capital T, capital T get cancelled out. So we are left with I naught E naught divided by 2 into cos of phi. So this is your average power consumed is equal to I naught E naught divided by 2 into cos of phi. We know that IRMS is equal to the peak value of current divided by square root. Similarly, VRMS is how much? It is nothing but it is a peak value of voltage divided by square root 2. So finally, what we get? The average power, we can write this above term, that is I naught by root 2 and E naught by root 2. So root 2 is equal to 2. So we know that the peak value of current and divided by square root 2 is nothing but it is IRMS. So the average power becomes, it is IRMS, root mean square value of current. Similarly, this is E naught by root 2 is nothing but it is VRMS, root mean square value of voltage into cos of phi. So this is your average power consumed by LCR circuit. So here this factor cos phi is known as a power factor. So if you want to define this power factor, then the power factor will be that is equal to cos phi is equal to average power divided by the product of IRMS and VRMS. Now further, I want to calculate what should be the average power consumed at resonance. So our first case is at resonance. So we know that as resonance, the phase difference between the effective value of voltage and current is equal to 0. So then the average power will be equal to IRMS and VRMS. So that is a maximum value of average power consumed. Now suppose if the circuit contains only inductor. So we know that for the case of inductor, the current and voltage will have a phase difference of pi by 2. So for this case, if the phase difference is pi by 2, so average power will be equal to how much? That is IRMS, VRMS into cos of phi. So cos pi by 2 is equal to 0. So the average power consumed by a only inductive circuit, that is contain only inductor, will be equal to 0. Similarly, if you want to do the same for the capacitive circuit, so this is your case 3. So for capacitive, pure capacitive circuit which contains only capacitor. So we know that in that case also the current and voltage have a phase difference of pi by 2. So that is given by this much. So in that case, the average power is IRMS, VRMS into cos of phi. So again here phase difference is pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 is 0. So again the average power consumed by the pure capacitive circuit is also equal to 0. For pure capacitive circuit and for pure inductive circuit, the average power consumed is 0. So means there is no consumption of power. That is known as a wattless. And the current, when the power consumed is 0, is known as a wattless current. So this is your all about this much. Thanking you.